We often take the air we breathe for granted, but most of the oxygen in Earth's atmosphere comes not from forests on land. It comes from the ocean. Plants and trees do produce oxygen, but the vast majority, roughly 50 to 80% of all oxygen on Earth, is created by microscopic life in the sea. That's right, tiny ocean organisms are responsible for sustaining the breath of every human on the planet. Recent research has revealed even more detail about how this process works and why a tiny ocean ingredient is so critical for maintaining the oxygen that keeps us alive. At the heart of marine oxygen production are microscopic organisms known as phytoplankton. These single-celled plants use sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide to perform photosynthesis, the same process that trees and land plants use. As they photosynthesize, phytoplankton release oxygen as a byproduct. In the open ocean, enormous populations of these tiny cells work around the clock, producing oxygen and forming the base of marine food webs. But phytoplankton don't do this alone. They require specific nutrients, especially iron, to grow and to carry out photosynthesis effectively. Iron is often present in extremely low concentrations in large areas of the ocean, particularly in the so-called high-nutrient, low-chlorophyll regions like the Southern Ocean. Despite abundant other nutrients, these regions remain limited in phytoplankton growth because they lack enough iron. The new study published in Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences shows that even extremely tiny amounts of iron, far below what was previously thought necessary, can make a big difference in the ability of phytoplankton to grow and produce oxygen. By analyzing how natural iron inputs from sources like windblown dust, upwelling deep water, and melting ice interact with ocean chemistry, the researchers demonstrated that small changes in iron availability can significantly impact how much oxygen phytoplankton generate. This is deeply important because the ocean acts like a giant engine for Earth's atmosphere. The oxygen produced by marine phytoplankton gets released into the water, exchanged with the air at the ocean surface, and then mixes into the atmosphere we breathe. Changes in the ocean's ability to support phytoplankton, whether caused by shifts in nutrient supply, water temperature, or circulation patterns, can therefore ripple outward and affect atmospheric oxygen levels over long time scales. One intriguing aspect of the research is how iron influences not just the quantity of phytoplankton growth, but also which phytoplankton species dominate in different regions. Some species are better at using limited iron, others require more. When iron is scarce, slower growing or less efficient species may dominate, which in turn means less oxygen production overall. This impacts marine food webs, climate regulation, and the ocean's capacity to absorb carbon dioxide, all factors intertwined with global oxygen cycles. The study also highlights how climate change and human activity might influence these processes. Dust patterns, glacial melt, and ocean stratification are all changing as the planet warms. These shifts could potentially expand or shrink iron-limited regions of the ocean, altering phytoplankton productivity and oxygen generation in ways that we are only beginning to understand. It's easy to picture the ocean only as a source of fish, recreation, and coastlines. But the truth is that life as we know it, including the very air we breathe, is intimately tied to microscopic marine processes. The oxygen in every breath you take is shaped not just by forests and wetlands, but also by trillions of tiny organisms drifting in the sunlit layers of the sea. Understanding this connection gives us a clearer picture of how Earth's systems are interconnected. Protecting ocean health isn't just an environmental ideal. It's essential for maintaining atmospheric balance, nutrient cycling, and the conditions that make life on land possible. That tiny ocean ingredient, iron, may seem insignificant, but as this research shows, it plays a major role in fueling the biological processes that sustain oxygen production and planetary habitability.